Halloween Megathread 2019. Sexy Halloween 5, Revenge of the Megathread.
Holy shit, Reddit is so cringy.
Is that Thor sexy?
Without saying the title, what's your favorite video game?
Yahaha. You found me. Ring-a-ding-ding baby.
Had to be me, someone else might have gotten it wrong.
Exclamation mark.
Punch wood, kill dragon.
Drowning in a pool with no ladders, in its first iterations.
What is the rarest thing in your house/near you right now?
My violin. It was made in Europe in 1829, and is a counterfeit Postacchini, very famous Italian violin maker. It was never passed down through my family. I bought it in 2014 from violin dealer.
A math textbook from the 1800s.
A first edition of Tolkien's The Silmarillion.
An original steering wheel from a 1959 250 GT California Ferrari, just the steering wheel. A uniform worn in the recording of an episode of Red Dwarf, Fellowship.
My grandfather's union watch. He received it after being a member of a tradesman's union for 50 years. He passed away nearly 20 years ago. I can't wait to give the watch to my son one day.
1923 Babe Ruth signed baseball.
Those who were teenagers in the 90s, what piece of technology took you a long time to adapt to during the turn of the century?
Voice recognition actually being good and usable is the thing I'm still getting used to. I waited to get a smartphone until almost everyone else my age had one. I always used to say that I don't need to have the internet with me all the time. Once I made the switch though, there was no looking back.
The constant availability of a seemingly endless stream of entertainment, in any form. I still can't adapt. I should be sleeping right now.
For me it's shit like LinkedIn and building a professional social media and networking presence. I'm not really into regular social media, so it's something I never did or built.
The concept of not hiding your identity online. Always lie when STSL was drilled into me. So the idea that someone can just mosey on over to Facebook and find your personal information is wild to me.
I didn't want a cell phone because I didn't want to be reachable, all the time. Well, that's no longer allowed.
What screams I'm uneducated?
People who take the very first thing they hear about something and embed it in their heads and refuse to acknowledge that something could possibly be different than what they originally believed.
A person who makes fun of someone else for knowing something that is covered in school. I've worked at a few different places doing manual labor and this type of behavior wasn't uncommon.
Thinking you're the smartest around. On average, people who are smart don't think they know everything on a subject while dumbasses think they do. Pushing MLM crap on your social media.
People who argue with restaurant staff about what is on the menu. You can bet your sweet ass they behave that way 25/8/367. Yes, I stand by those numbers.
People who don't consider the opposing side of an argument and care more about winning than truth or understanding.
You can delete one song from history. It was never written or recorded. It just never existed. Which deletion would have the biggest ripple effect in history?
Happy birthday.
Beethoven's 7th probably inspired a lot of people. Darude Sandstorm.
Last Christmas the radio stations would have to find a new Christmas song they can start to play in November.
Rick Astley's never gonna give you up. Can't imagine how internet culture would change.
Amen, brother the Winstons. There are currently 3,508 songs that have used the drum break as a sample, and was pretty much the DNA for a whole genre of music, jungle.
Teachers of Reddit who have taught sex ed or some variant on it, what was an absurd sex misconception that you had to explain to some kid?
I had a 15-year-old student who was shocked when she got pregnant having unprotected sex. When I asked her why she was so shocked, she said, "I thought it would be okay if I was on top, you know, gravity."
He thought balls were to stop you accidentally going all the way in.
A friend of mine thought people randomly get HIV from anal sex. Not because the other person has it, but just magically appearing because you did the act. He was in his 20s at the time.
Some girl had been told it's okay without a condom, VC can kill all the sperms afterward just by dushing W Sprite.
My friend thought there was an actual bone in a penis, hence boner.
What movie do you wish you could experience for the first time all over again?
The Shawshank Redemption. The Matrix. I couldn't even form coherent sentences for like an hour after seeing that in theaters.
The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, and every other LOTR movie in that trilogy, TBH. But not the Hobbit movies. I still chase the feeling I got when I watched it for the first time in middle school. Return of the King. Just hearing Theoden's speech for the first time again, seeing them charge down on those lines of orcs. I fell in love with fantasy that day.
Empire Strikes Back. I watched it when I was too young to really pay attention to the story, and all I cared about was seeing lightsabers and stuff. I can only imagine watching it now, seeing the twist for the first time and how I'd react.
Jurassic Park, my favorite film, never got to see it in the theater. I would absolutely love to experience that on the big screen with an entire audience also watching for the first time. Can't even imagine how incredible that experience would be.
The Usual Suspects.
Dear Karens and Kyles of Reddit, how has your life changed since your name became a meme?
My mom's name is Karen. She absolutely loves the memes and shares them more than anyone I know.
I'm 38, so most people my age that I know aren't aware of the Kyle meme, but I know I can't always count on South Park quotes. Reading through this, I realized that my life could change for the worse if my name becomes a meme. And I wouldn't be able to stop it.
Not a Karen or a Kyle, but I dated a Felicia when all that happened. She fucking hated it.
Kids keep asking me when the last time I punched a hole in the wall, or where's my monster, or telling me to use my rage strength. I keep telling them there are two kinds of Kyles: Monster Kyles, and Pocket Protector Kyles. I am the latter.
My name is Becky and my life is ruined.
Kyle here. Most of the people I somewhat know at work offer me monsters and ask if I need help fixing my drywall now.